Okay, so let's add some textures on model. And well, firstly, I would like to say that I will be using some textures which I can't share with you, but most of them I placed in textures folder. You can find it. Also, I will be using reference images. For example, on the cooker, I will be using it, and I will place some reflection or diffraction layers. And also I will be using this material collection. You can get it for free, and there are many, for example, metal materials which are created perfectly, and there is no reason creating them again. So let's get started. Firstly, I will add a floor material, and let's import it. Go to desktop, find your texture. I am using a PNG format, sometimes JPG, and put a texture. Then maybe we should enlarge the planks, so go to texture, position, and grab a green color and enlarge it. It's really simple, and all the texturing in SketchUp is simple. I will show you the basics of texturing. Here we go. We have a texture placed on the floor. Now let's create a realistic material. We have this texture in the V-Ray material editor. So let's add some reflection. On the reflection, push M and grab a Fresnel, text Fresnel. Also add a shader, and shader is the same texture, so let's add it. Go to bitmap, file, and grab it, same texture. I am using a floor light B. Open, OK, and OK. Well, maybe let's for texture multiplier 0.55 and give more reflection 0.65. Also glassness, highlight glassness, let's type in 0.65, and reflection glassness 0.95. Now let's add another shaders for reflection shaders. We will be using a reflection map. Go to bitmap, file, and I'm using a floor light R. It means reflection, and that map will give us one good. You see now there are black spots. The black spots on your texture will be not reflected. So also type in 0.88, maybe 83, and 0.83, and place the texture, same texture, and bitmap, file, and floor light reflection. Open and OK. It's good. Also let's change it to Phong and add some bump. A bump value will be 0.12, and place a bitmap on it. Bitmap, file, and floor light B. B means bump. It's OK and OK. So this is it. The floor is created. Now let's add some wood material to the furnishings. So firstly, I will add wood on this board. Open the component. You must open the component to be able to place a texture on it. and within the file, import and grab a texture. There is one rule texturing furnishings in SketchUp, and I think in all the programs the rule is the same. On the vertical boards you need to place a texture vertically, and on the, for example, horizontal planes you have to place texture horizontally. So in this case we need a texture vertically, and well, the board, when you click on it, selects everything and we can't edit texture. So go to hidden geometry, and now you can select only one plane which can be edited. So go to position and rotate it by 90 degrees. Now the texture is in good position, the board is vertical, and our texture is placed vertically. So we can, well, maybe firstly we should select everything we want to texture in this color. So let's do it. Go to hidden geometry, turn off, select all the boards which we are going to texture. Now place a texture, color it. You see now all the corners are colored, and now we can adjust the textures. So go back to hidden geometry and change the position of the texture. Go to 19 degrees. The texture is good now. You see this board is more horizontally, so we have to place a texture horizontally. So go to texture, position, rotate it by 19 degrees. It's good. Also, we need the same position down there, so we can just, you see there now there is a connection, so just make there is no connections. The texture is just like that. And also we can copy and place. You see it's not good now, so make it vertically, horizontally in this case. It's good now. Everything is now perfect, and well, there's a connection, so just fix it. And fixing is real simple. If texture is too small, we can enlarge it, not too much. It's good now, and it's okay. The top is textured also, and well, in this way you will have to texture, for example, a TV unit in the living room zone. All the horizontal boards have to be textured horizontally, and all the vertical boards have to be textured vertically. And this is the main texturing rule which you have to use. And well, I won't show you how I texture, for example, a TV unit, because it's simple, and I said you a rule which you have to use. Now we also need to texture, for example, these two boards. So it's real simple. Grab a texture on the paint bucket and color it. The texture is good now, in good position. We only need to make it with no connections, enlarge it, and it's okay. For example, you see there the texture goes horizontally while the board vertically, so we need to make this texture vertically. So click this, and it's not working well. We will have to open, and now select. It's okay now. In this way, I strongly suggest you texturing all the materials well, we do not have to make a wooden sink and tap. We should add a metal material, and for this I will be using a Vismat material collection. So go to material editor, scene materials, and right click to load material. Now open a Vismat material collection, go to metal, and for example brushed steel. Brushed steel is good, and we have a brushed steel now and also in the paint bucket, so grab it. And for example, let's texture the sink in this color. You see it's black now. You can texture it from inside also. And in the same color, make a tab. Just select everything with 3 clicks, grab a paint and color it. Also we need a red and blue colors in these two planes. So go to colors and grab a red color and also grab a black color. Not black, and blue. It's okay. We have the colors. Also you need to texture these boards, this board, and well, but let's finish the metal material. The handles should be from metal, so let's add the metal material for the hands. Select everything, go to home page, select brush steel and make it black. In render it will not look black, just a SketchUp application, and select these handles to make them black. Okay, we also need a material of the cooker top, so let's create it. Open cooker top, go to colors and grab not totally but almost black color 008, place apply for the plane and go to material editor and let's make it more black. You see it's 22 everywhere. And now create a layer, reflection layer, put on a Fresnel map, and we need also to decrease glassness. Let's type in 0.98, and it's good now. We have created this material, but we need to place it. So select everything and now deselect these planes. We don't want them to be black, and also we don't want to be these planes black. These will be in red color. So deselect them and now we can color it. It's perfect now. Well, maybe let's rename it and tell it it's a cooker top color. It's good. Okay, let's color these planes in red. You see, coloring and texturing it's really simple. Okay, one more. We need a iron metal for these bowls, cooking bowls. So let's go to the scene materials, right click, load material, and grab a metal iron. Open it, select, and we can now color these bowls in this color. Good, and maybe let's make a black color for handle. Go to colors, color 009, and it's good now. No reflection. And the top, let's make it from glass. So go to the home page and select glass. the same glass which we are using for window, and make the same thing with this bowl. Also, with glass, apply the glass for wine glasses. It's simple. Also, you need to go inside. Now the glasses are invisible in SketchUp when you turn off hidden geometry, almost invisible. Also, let's place a texture on the bottle. We have a reference image of the bottle, so go there and place it, but it needs some adjustments, so go to open it and, well, select again and color it. Now we have a texture. We can make a position, change a position, so we need to enlarge this. Okay, let's enlarge the bottle. You see it's too big now, sorry. Too small. Well, it's sometimes hard, but not impossible. A little bit smaller. Now it should be good. Well, bigger. And now it's good. It's good now. So enter on your keyboard. Now right click texture and make the texture projected. Once you projected it, we can copy it. Sorry, my SketchUp application stops for a while. Projected. Grab a sample paint. Grab this texture. Now turn off hidden geometry and make this thing. You see the bottle has some reflections on the texture, but we also will add a reflection map on this texture with V-Ray Material Editor. So the name is Sebastiani Cab. So go to this and create a reflection material and text Fresnel map. Leave everything alone. In the same way, you can apply glass material to the wine glasses which left not textured. Also add brush steel material for these metal beams, and for chimney hood we will use a glass material for this plane. Go to glass, and for, well, we should delete this plane, and for these two planes we will be using a cooker top color. It's good. And also we will be using this material for a base of the chimney hood, so add a cooker top color also. Okay, so everything is almost done. We only left to create one more material, maybe two more. We should add some metal, for example, down there, brush steel or metal iron. These would be in metal, not metal or wooden. You can texture it. I showed you how. Also, let's create a white shiny material for the doors and drawers. It's simple. Go to create material, standard, and name it kitchen white, for example. My SketchUp stopped, and this always happens while creating new materials. Okay, let's make not totally but almost a white color, and let's say, and let it be well 2 4 3 2 4 3 again, and 228. Also, let's add reflection. Go to map, Fresnel, type in 2. This will cause more and stronger reflections. Also, change the color of reflection. So go to this map and do something like this, and on filter make the same thing. Go to glossiness and type in 0.98 and again 0.98. Maybe let's make it Phong and leave everything. Now we can place the textures. So select all the, for example, doors. It's simple, just make this selection and color it. It's good. We added the material of shiny material. You can also add this material, for example, for this wall or for these doors also. We need to create a shiny material of these plates or cups. So let's go to material editor, scene materials, create material and standard, and name it, for example, accent. It's good, and well, we need to change the color firstly. So go to change the color. Let it be in this color, not red. Okay, now, and add some reflection. And reflection should be a Fresnel map. Also, let's increase this value to 2. Ketchup stopped. Let's make it 2. And decrease these values a little. I strongly advise you to avoid totally, for example, totally white color, because in real life you could hardly find totally white or, for example, totally black colors. Use not total colors. Okay, now we only need to, well, maybe let's decrease the glossiness for a bit. 0.9. Go to Phong and add these textures in a very simple way. Select everything and color it. In the same way, you can change the color of plates and everything else. Well, we should add a white shiny material for the wall, but before that you need to separate this plane, because we don't want this wall to be shiny. So go to this plane and draw a rectangle, and we are going to color only that rectangle. Hit good, select it and kitchen white. Also make sure you painted this surrounding. It should be textured horizontally. And the only one material left to create is a wall. So go to material editor, create the material standard, and name it wall color. I will be using the white, but white not totally. Something like this. And I will add some reflection. Reflection will be very small. Type in 3.5 and 3.5. Glossiness 0.35 and reflection glossiness 0.25. Go to Phong and let's add some bump. For bump I use if we need a low values, I use 0.11 and I am adding some noise, text noise, and type in 0.1. You can copy it and with Ctrl V paste it everywhere. Now we have a minor bump which will be visible only in high resolution images. Also, let's create a brown color material for the walls in the hall. It's simple. Go to File, Import, and go to your Textures folder and add brown whole copy and apply it in any size. You will have now this material. We can paint everything in this color. Be sure you are painting from the both sides. This is only one way to get right texture and the right reflections in renders. Okay, once you've done this, we need some reflection on it, and it's simple to create. Go to reflection, add a text Fresnel 1.3 and 1.3 again, and highlight glossiness 0.2 and reflection glossiness 0.1. We will need some more subdivs in the final rendering. Go to bump 0.22 map, and we also will be using a noise texture and type in everywhere 0.1. It's good now, and we only left to create the material of cooker. So go to paint bucket and the name is D887. So go to this and create a reflection, add Fresnel, go to we are going to add a shader for it, and the shader will be in the image itself. So we should add an image, bitmap, file, go to apartment, textures, and we maybe to reference images and add this map. Okay, and type in 0.8 and okay, everything is done. Now this was a tutorial how to model and create materials in the kitchen zone. Also, you need to place, for example, a wooden material on the doors, a metal material for the handles, and a wood materials for the storage place. And to finish the texturing in the kitchen, I showed you everything you need to continue.